Good afternoon to everyone. This is Dr. Chitra Gupta, lecturer, Department of ASH, IIMT College of Polytechnic, Greater Noida. Today, I'll discuss about the conjunctions with you. Conjunctions. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are one of the parts of speech that combine words, phrases, and sentences together. Because of this quality that conjunctions combines phrases and sentences, words together, that's why these are also known as connectors. Mainly, there are three types of conjunctions. First one is coordinating conjunctions. Second is subordinating conjunctions. And the last one is correlative conjunctions. I'll discuss about all these three conjunctions step by step. First one is coordinating conjunctions. What are coordinating conjunctions? Coordinating conjunctions are the conjunctions that are used to combine words, phrases, and clauses of equal importance or equally grammatical rank. Simply, these conjunctions bring equally important, or we can say significant ideas together. For examples, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These coordinating conjunctions can be remembered by an acronym known as FANBOYS. Before moving further, before giving the description of what are coordinating conjunctions, I would like to describe what are phrases and clauses. First is, phrases do not contain a subject and a verb in a sentence. Rather, clauses contain a subject and a verb. Another one is, phrases do not convey a complete thought. On the other hand, clause convey a complete thought. Again, phrases cannot stand alone by itself, but clauses, independent clause can stand alone by itself. Take for an example, in the morning. What in the morning? Does these three words make any sense? No, not at all. So, if I say she eats eggs in the morning, now the sentence is being completed here. Another one is on its stomach. What on its stomach? I would rather complete this sentence by using a clause. An army marches on its stomach. Now, I'll describe coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, one by one. First one is for. For shows a reason or purpose behind anything. For is generally replaced with the word because or as. Take for an example, the money I earned is gone. For, I have spent it all. Another example is, I told her to leave for I was tired. A person told another one to leave because, or we can say for, that he was very tired. Now, what is the basic difference between for and because? The main, or I can say the basic difference between for and because is that as conjunctions, because is more common. Because is far more common. Although for can also have the same meaning like because, but for is mostly found in literary text. Also, we cannot replace for with because always, as for is not used only as a conjunction, but it can also be used as a preposition. It can be used as a preposition to talk about something. Like, take for an example, he bought a present for his daughter. The sentence is absolutely correct. He bought a present for his daughter. If I replace for with because, the sentence will become absolutely wrong. Like, he bought a present because his daughter. This sentence does not making any sense. Another coordinating conjunction is and. And always connects two similar ideas. Like, for example, I am going to learn how to play the guitar. I am going to learn how to play the piano. Instead of saying I'm going to learn how to play the guitar and how to play the piano again and again, we can combine these two sentences by adding, by joining and coordinating conjunction. Like, I'm going to learn how to play the guitar and piano. Another coordinating conjunction is nor. Nor can be interchanged with neither and compares a negative, contrasting, difference ideas, dissimilarity of ideas. Basically or essentially, it is the opposite of and. Take for an example, I am not going to learn to play the guitar nor the piano. Another coordinating conjunction is but. But is used in a way that says not this, but that. Like, for an example, I can go to the pool, but I won't swim. Not this, but that. Or is the another coordinating conjunction, or highlights or describes two choices between the two things. Example, do you want vanilla or chocolate cake? Do you want vanilla or chocolate cake? This here in this sentence, or is giving or is highlighting two choices. Either a person wants a vanilla cake or a chocolate cake. Do you want to go to the college or to the university? Here also, or is giving or is highlighting two choices again. A person wants to go to the university or to the college. Another coordinating conjunction is yet. Yet is used in a way to show an exception or a contrast to an idea or a difference to an idea or a dissimilarity between the ideas. Take for an example, there are 5 cars, yet none of them are working. Means a person is having 5 cars, yet none of the cars are working. Another example is, I drank a full bottle of water, yet I still felt thirsty. A person has drank a full bottle of water, still he is thirsty. Still he is feeling thirsty. His thirst has not been quenched. Last coordinating conjunction is so. So is used to show a reaction or a consequence or an outcome or result, etc. Like for an example, I ate a lot of cookies, so there are none left. Since a particular person has eaten a lot of cookies, what is the consequence, what is the outcome, or what is the result of this particular sentence? That there are none left. In that, the cookies are none left. Another example is my ankle was still paining, so I went to see a doctor. As his ankle, my ankle is still paining. That's why the result is, the outcome is that I went to see a doctor so that doctor can advise some kind of medicine for relieving my pain. Now, what is the basic difference, or I can say what is the main difference between the two coordinating conjunctions, that is but and yet. Like for an example, Max wants to be a basketball player, but he never practices. Max wants to be a basketball player, yet he never practices. Now here we can see, or we can judge, that how but and yet are similar in these two sentences. These two sentences introduce a contrast, a dissimilarity, that is very clear, that is pretty clear in these two sentences. But how? Also, we can see in these two sentences that yet sounds more formal rather than but. However, we can see that there is a little difference between these two sentences, between the meanings of these two sentences, little difference in the feeling of these two sentences. How? And you can also see, or you can see the feel the difference, but we are not, or you cannot express why these two sentences are different from each other, because there is slightly difference between these two sentences. What is the difference between these two sentences? But and yet, in the simplest terms, we can say that but introduces a contrast and simply treats it as a fact with little or no emotional component. Instead of yet introduces a contrast, a difference, a dissimilarity, but it also expresses a feeling of expectation, surprise, or mystery. See, when we say Max wants to be a basketball player, yet he never practices, we feel that he should practice. Why Max practice? We expect him to practice basketball daily. Why is not he practicing? This is totally surprising. This is how we wonder. This is totally mystery and perhaps even confusing for why he is not practicing. Because Max wants to be a basketball, since he wants to be a basketball player, he must practice on daily basis. With all of these conditions, these situations in our mind, we can see that yet shows a stronger contrast with the elements of expectation, surprise, or mystery that we can see in the above mentioned sentence. Take for another example, my friend or she knew the answer, but she did not tell me. For the description, I can tell you about this that just a person is stating a fact. It would have been nice on her part. It would have been nice on my friend's part that if she told me the answer, if I had asked the answer from her, but if she had not told me the answer, it wasn't the end of this world. On another part, she knew the answer, yet she did not tell me. Explanation with yet. She knew the answer, yet she did not tell me. I thought we were good friends. I expected, expectation is here, that since we were good friends, I expected my friend to tell me the answer of this particular question. Now here, after she had not told the answer to me, she has not given the answer for the particular question to me, I am here confused. I am here literally disappointed that having good friends, that we were good friends, she has not told me the answer. She did not tell me the answer. So this is a basic difference between the but and yet. In yet, we always get to find a confusion, a disappointment, a expectation, a mystery, surprise, wonder. But we never find these emotional components in but. The rest of the part I'll discuss with you all in the next session, in the next lecture. Thank you.